Let's talk about how to do academic research. You might be wondering, I'm just a student, why do I need to do research? Well, the theories that we learn in our classes are the basis of all our programs, and over these years, these theories continue to be researched and tested to see if they still work or can be updated. Our professors want us to think about what we learn and then see what others have done with the same information that we're studying. This is how we change the world, through learning from others and improving on them ourselves. So where do we find things that we research? Many places. For example, in everyday life, we might read a magazine. In academic life, we would read an academic journal. In everyday life, we might read a magazine article. In academic life, we read journal articles. These are some of the many places that we can find good, credible, reliable information. The higher you go in academics, the more you're expected to research and publish it. You would combine your own data with other people's research and submit that to academic journals. The academic journal editor sends the article out to a few experts around the world called peers. The peers read your paper and send it back to the editor with comments that it's fine or maybe it needs some changes. The editor sends it back to you for revision or tells you that they're going to publish it or they might decline it. Getting published is a really big deal in academics. We depend on consistent research being published for us to change the world, and we can research anything we want. Which one would you trust more? Your grandma saying it's going to snow because her hip hurts, or the 24-hour radar from the National Weather Service? We have to be selective in the sources we use. They need to be trustworthy. For example, what if I told you octopi and squid are actually aliens from another planet? Would you believe me? What if I could prove it with a scientific article? 20 scientists researched this and published an article with proof. Now do you believe me? When we search for the article on Google Scholar, we see that this research was published by a popular science journal and has been used in other people's research. They might be trying to prove this research right or wrong in their own work. We could find out by clicking the Cited By link. Research changes the world in baby steps. It's a lot like a pizza. We don't want to eat the whole pizza, just a tiny slice. For example, a topic like global warming is much too big, but a smaller topic like how global warming affects the fishing industry in Haida Gwaii is much more manageable and effective. Let's practice with our best pet essay. Your institution will have their own library database, but for now, let's use Google Scholar. At the bottom, you'll see a quote, "Stand on the shoulders of giants." It's a phrase that means use the research of others to make your own research better. When we go to Google Scholar, we've typed in dogs versus cats. Google returned almost 2.5 million results. That's way too many for us to look at. We need to refine our search terms in the advanced search. We added best companion to our search terms. Now we have just over 300, which is much more manageable. Now we skim and scan titles. We keep track of the good material we find on the library log sheet so we can find it later. We annotate the ones we're using, and we use an Ishikawa fishbone diagram to organize our research for our essay. You can see videos for each of these steps on our channel. Use your institution's library, either online or on campus. Librarians are an incredible resource, and they love helping students get what they need to succeed. Many institutions offer an online librarian service if you can't make it to campus. We hope research becomes one of your favorite parts of your academic journey.